What's up, vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. Today we are talking about the Nazca mummies. Jesse Michels recently went down to Mexico and made a video about it, and I have to say, I'm a little interested to hear what he has to say and what he's going to show. He made this trailer, which I'm going to play for you in today's video. Maybe half, I don't know. I don't know what the percentage is or how to quantify this, but realistically, let's be real. I think a lot of people have written off the Nazca mummy. Some people have stayed with it. That's for sure. And those people will gloat if something comes out about them. See, I told you, but let's be real. There's been a lot of crazy stuff about it. It's been reasonable to be skeptical about the mummies. All their presentations, their live demos that they did were horrible, right? Unless you go digging for the data. Who's got time for that? The messaging has, really, that's my dog walking around here in case you hear that. The messaging has really come from them. They're responsible for the messaging of the Nazca mummies, right?
Breaking news, we're here at the Nazca Mummies press conference here at the Sheraton Hotel in Lima. You're in the middle of Joas Mantia's speech. A group that appears to be from the Ministry of Culture has came in and literally grabbed the microphone from Joas Mantia and just started taking over. There appears to be a great conflict going on right now. I'm a little confused as to what's happening, but it's chaos here at the Sheraton Hotel in Lima.
Maybe Jesse Michels going down and making a video is part of their messaging. So, I don't know, right? I'm sure Jesse was just interested and got an invitation and said, let's go check it out. I don't blame him. I honestly would probably do the same thing. I know I would. So I'm really interested to see this video that's coming out this weekend. So as of now, as of me recording this video, it's not out. So my guess is tomorrow, but it could be tonight. I don't know. Just going to drop it. Yeah, again, a little skeptical, but then this video comes out and okay, let's see what's going on here, right? Is there something, off about this, right? But to be fair, what they say in this trailer I'm going to play for you, one of the Mexican, I think journalist, could be a doctor, I'm not sure, says I never said they were alien, right? Well, specifically it says extraterrestrial, right? I never said they were extraterrestrial, right? It's a lot of people did. So I don't know what we're getting at here. But anyway, let's dive into this and see what it's all about. Vetters, please hit that like button. That really helps out the videos. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. All right, let's play this trailer from Jesse Michels again about the Nazca mummies, the mummies found down there in Peru. All the different ones. I've got some other stuff to tell about it of why people have been skeptical. I can bring it all together, all the information that I've learned over the last year. So on the other end, stay with me because I've got some things to tell that, again, could explain why some people are skeptical, especially myself. All right, play the clip.
I just got back from Peru, where I saw one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. What am I referring to? I just might have seen a dead alien, or an alien-human hybrid, or an entirely new branch of hominid, or an ancient human mutilated in a bizarre way to imitate what looks like a gray alien. I'm of course talking about these ancient Peruvian tridactyl, three-fingered and three-toed mummies.
Alien mummies.
Alien corpses. Mummified alien bodies.
Is this real?
Mummified aliens
Of Nazca, Peru.
The f is that?
Oh my god.
I can't wait for you to see these things because they're absolutely insane. And the facts around them and the region they were found in are just as trippy. But you're probably already thinking, Jesse, these were already proven to be a complete hoax. Why are you platforming this ridiculous topic? To you, I urge you to earnestly contend with these mind-bending facts. Top forensic experts in Peru, Mexico, and the United States have all investigated these bodies. After thorough investigation, they all think that these beings were probably once alive. They even looked for deliberate mutilation of the fingers and toes, which they found no evidence of.
There's data to show that some of these bodies can be interpreted to be perhaps living organisms.
It's not that they cut off one finger or the other finger.
The bodies are real.
All right, so as you can see, this video looks quite interesting. Let's be real, right? I have to say, I'm super fascinated to see the video, to see what evidence is really pulled together, because I think that's what's been so confusing for people, is all the things everywhere. The messaging has been horrible. Again, unless you just dedicate your life or dive deep, and some people just expect you to just believe them, right? When they tell you, no, they're real. Okay. I need a little bit more than that, well, these document these things, and this doctor said, okay, so hopefully this pulls it all together, and it sounds like it does. And Jesse's there. You can see him in the garment, ready to go out, and, it looks like he's about to give open heart surgery for the first time. He looks super worried that he doesn't hit, another organ right in there. I'm looking forward to this video, like I said, and interested to see what we learn new about the Nazca mummies, or not even something new, just something that it brings all the information together, and you can see it all laid out, and what's the best evidence for this, and debunk maybe some of the myths or things like that. So I'm sure it does cover a lot of this. And, Jesse's seeing it with his own eyes in person. And something I've learned on this, road trip that I've been on filming my own documentary, as you can see, I'm still on the road. I'm here in Tampa. It's so different in person. Things are so different in person. I mean, I can't even explain to you how different they are in person. It is night and day. It's not even night and day. It's so more opposite than that. It is such a profoundly different experience in person than seeing videos or documents or anything, So, Jesse seeing these mummies in person and being that, I got to admit that there's definitely something unique about that. And he's going to have a, unique perspective and experience because of it. I can relate, right now on this trip.
The bodies are real.
You don't think they were constructed at all?
No, it would be very difficult.
You need to be the best surgeon in the world to do that in replicate.
Catastrophic disclosure is happening in Latin America.
Thanks to our amazing friend, Michael Misola, who's coming out with an epic documentary on the mummies later this summer. That documentary is going to be called This Is Not a Hoax. And please pre-order his book, Catastrophic Disclosure, which I am linking in the description. We got a front row seat to this entire thing. We were able to go to Peru and see 3 of the most interesting tridactyl beings, Montserrat, Sebastian, and Santiago. One of my best friends and fellow UFO freak, Amar Kandil from the massive and very inspirational YouTube channel Yes Theory, decided to join me on this trip.
There's a mutation in one of those genes that could cause changes in digit development.
It has a fetus inside the body.
Oh my God. And the hand and the feet of these fetus are also tridactyl.
Never in the 8 years I've been researching have I mentioned or said the word extraterrestrial. Never. We are talking about humanoid species.
Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll look forward to this video coming out this weekend, and we'll come back around and cover it and see what exactly new about this that we need to pay attention to, because this could be, revolutionary, right? And profoundly revolutionary, even if they're not, quote, extraterrestrial.
Just from an anthropology perspective, that should be the most fascinating thing.
Graphic evidence of tridactyly exists all over planet Earth.
Everything came from a single place.
This name comes from the word in the Nazca language, laboratory, where cloning and hybridization were done.
These bodies they connect with technology. But if I want to use the technology for reverse engineering, then I prefer to hide the bodies and use it for war, right?
We have caught the Peruvian government and Ministry of Culture in multiple instances of bad faith acting around this case. For some reason, they don't want this case to see the light of day.
I put a lawsuit against them for $300 million.
I repeat, that one is fake. I'm doing something real and important, and I'm not a liar.
Maybe we can solve this mystery once and for all.
Okay, so some of the things that I had said before, the reasons why people may be skeptical of this whole thing is quite simple. I've covered it since the beginning, since it came out, right? Since in 2023 September, they revealed those little bitty ones in Mexico at this, congressional hearing, but it was really not a actual congressional hearing. They'd sort of rented out the space there, right? It's like, saying you rent a conference at the Holiday Inn and then being like, Holiday Inn is putting on this thing. No, you just rented a conference there and it's the same sort of anyway. So they throw out the little dolls, right? Remember, and Ryan Graves was there. Remember all that? So that was the first sort of okay. And then bigger ones came out, right? And those are the ones that people are most interested in. But what about those small ones? What happened to those? Right? I hope they dive into that. Just things that I heard on the podcast, investigating this, through interviews and stuff over the last, it's coming up on 2 years. I heard they got this big giant skull of a giant that they've yet to reveal. Okay, what's going on with that? A big hand, like all these things, So, there's just been some things that, behind the scenes of people working with it, who have been, let's just say, less than, credible, right, about this. Jaime Maussan is behind this, and he's also behind the Boogosphere, which is like kind of shown to be with a fishing line. That whole thing is I like, where are we at with this stuff? What are we doing? So I don't know. But again, until you see it for yourself, it's easy to have an opinion from afar, and myself included. So, again, I look forward to seeing Jesse's video. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next video. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.